Picture this. Every bite you take at the seafood counter could be quietly chipping away at your mind, weakening your heart, or even speeding you toward an early grave. It sounds dramatic, but the reality is chilling. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that older adults who regularly eat certain high mercury fish face a 60% greater risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. And this isn't just a theory. Blood tests from seniors over 65 revealed mercury levels directly tied to specific fish choices. We've all heard that fish is a superfood, but not all fish are made equal. While some species overflow with brain-boosting omega-3s, others carry a cocktail of toxins that silently harm your nervous system, throw off your balance, and stress your kidneys. Even worse, many of these high mercury offenders are staples at major supermarkets, so unsuspecting seniors could be munching on them several times a week under the guise of healthy eating. But don't lose hope. There's a bright side. Certain fish act like bodyguards for your brain, heart, and bones. They can tame inflammation, sharpen memory, and even help slow down some signs of aging. In today's video, we'll expose the 4 best and 4 worst types of fish for seniors. And I promise the number 1 worst fish on our list is so loaded with neurotoxins that it might already be hiding in your freezer right now. Stick around because what you learn today could literally change how long and how well you live. Before we dive in, drop a comment below telling us where you're tuning in from, and if you haven't yet, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-saving tips. Let's dive into the fish that can truly transform your health, especially if you're over 60. And trust me, you don't want to overlook the one we're about to start with. It's often forgotten, but it might just be one of the healthiest fish you can put on your plate. Coming in at number 4 is the surprisingly powerful rainbow trout. This fish doesn't usually get much attention, but for seniors, it deserves a front row seat. Why? Because rainbow trout is not only delicious, it's also one of the cleanest freshwater fish you can eat. Unlike fish caught in polluted oceans or murky lakes, rainbow trout is typically farmed in clean, controlled environments, which means it has very low mercury levels. That's a big win for older adults whose bodies are more sensitive to the long-term effects of heavy metal buildup. But here's where it really shines. Rainbow trout is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which plays a key role in protecting your brain and memory. Seniors who eat DHA-rich fish regularly have been shown to experience slower cognitive decline and a reduced risk of dementia. A major study from Rush University backed this up, showing clear links between omega-3s and long-term brain health. That's not all. Rainbow trout is also packed with vitamin B12, which helps produce healthy red blood cells and fights off fatigue and weakness, issues many seniors face silently. Plus, it contains selenium, which supports a strong immune system, and it's high in protein, which helps preserve muscle strength as we age. Even better, this fish is soft, flaky, and super easy to chew and digest. That's a big bonus for older adults dealing with dental issues or slower digestion. And don't worry about cooking. It's easy. Just bake it with a little lemon and herbs and serve it alongside some steamed veggies or a crisp salad. Its mild flavor is perfect, even if you're not usually a fan of fishy tastes. So, when you choose rainbow trout, you're not just picking a meal, you're making a smart, delicious choice for your mind, body, and long-term health. Now, let's move on to fish number 3, herring. Imagine a humble fish so packed with health power that it feels like a secret treasure your grandparents knew all along. Meet herring, a small, oily fish that's an absolute goldmine for anyone over 60. Don't let its old-fashioned reputation fool you. Herring is loaded with EPA and DHA, the two omega-3s your body can't make on its own. These fats are superheroes for your heart, helping to lower inflammation and keep your arteries supple. That flexibility is crucial because stiff arteries raise your risk of high blood pressure, strokes, and heart attacks, all serious threats as we age. In fact, research shows seniors who enjoy fatty fish like herring at least twice a week cut their risk of fatal heart events by up to 30%. But herring's benefits don't stop there. It's also rich in vitamin D, a nutrient that grows more important with every birthday. Low vitamin D levels are tied to weaker bones, more falls, fractures, and even mood struggles in older adults. And here's the clever part. When you eat canned or pickled herring, you can swallow its tiny soft bones, too, giving your body a natural calcium boost without needing a pill. That gentle crunch is doing wonders for your bone density. On top of all that, herring lives low on the food chain, so it carries far fewer toxins, like mercury, than bigger predator fish. It's budget-friendly and can be found smoked, canned, or pickled in most supermarkets. Plus, it's easy to prepare. Try it on a slice of whole grain toast, flake it over a fresh salad, or serve it alongside roasted potatoes. It may not look flashy on a plate, but this unassuming fish quietly delivers massive health rewards, especially for seniors looking to protect their hearts, bones, and overall well-being. Imagine unlocking a supercharged health boost from a tiny fish you might have overlooked. Wild-caught sardines. These little powerhouses are pure gold for anyone over 60. In just one can, you'll find more than 120% of your daily vitamin B12 needs, a nutrient vital for keeping your nerves sharp, your brain alert, and your energy high. It's no wonder that B12 deficiencies in seniors often show up as memory lapses, chronic fatigue, or even that tingly pins and needles feeling in your hands and feet. But sardines? Don't stop there. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids, far more than you'd expect from such a small fish. Clinical studies show these healthy fats lower inflammation markers, like C-reactive protein, which means less joint pain, better mobility, and relief from arthritis flare-ups. Think of sardines as nature's own anti-inflammatory remedy, quietly soothing creaky knees and achy shoulders. On top of that, sardines are rich in coenzyme Q10, a compound that fuels your heart and boosts your energy, a perk that becomes priceless as we age, especially for those on cholesterol or blood pressure medications. And because they live low on the food chain, sardines carry minimal mercury or other heavy metals, making them one of the safest fish choices around. Don't worry about fancy cooking skills either. Canned sardines in olive oil, tomato sauce, or mustard are ready to eat straight from the tin. Mash them into a sandwich, sprinkle them over a salad, or blend them into a creamy spread. Tiny in size but colossal in nutrients, sardines deliver a complete package of heart, brain, and bone support in every bite. Now, brace yourself for the ultimate all-star of senior superfoods, wild-caught salmon. This isn't just a fish, it's a nutritional juggernaut. Especially from Alaska, wild salmon is loaded with long-chain omega-3s that slash inflammation, fortify your heart, and sharpen your mind. A landmark study in neurology showed seniors who ate salmon 2 to 3 times a week experienced far less brain shrinkage over time and scored higher on memory tests. Imagine enjoying fewer senior moments and staying mentally sharp well into your 80s and beyond. Salmon's benefits don't end there. Each serving packs about 22 grams of top-quality protein, critical for fighting sarcopenia, the muscle loss that can make everyday tasks tougher and increase fall risk. You'll also get potassium, which helps keep your blood pressure in check and reduces stroke risk. Then there's astaxanthin, the powerful antioxidant that gives salmon its pink hue. Astaxanthin protects your eyes from age-related macular degeneration and helps your skin stay firm and resilient. Choosing wild-caught is key. It means fewer contaminants, no antibiotics, and minimal industrial pollutants compared to farmed or imported salmon. Best of all, cooking salmon is a breeze. Grill it, bake it, or pop it in an air fryer with a simple mix of olive oil, garlic, and lemon. Its rich yet mild flavor pairs beautifully with any vegetable or grain. In every succulent bite, you're delivering a natural multivitamin to your body, fueling your brain, shielding your heart, supporting your muscles, and slowing the hands of time all at once. These two fish, sardines and wild-caught salmon, are your go-to champions for health after 60. From boosting brain power and easing inflammation to fortifying muscles and protecting your eyes, they've earned their spots at the very top of your seafood list. Imagine thinking you've picked a healthy, budget-friendly fish, only to discover it could be quietly fueling inflammation and toxin buildup in your body. That's the hidden danger of farm tilapia, a staple in many supermarkets, cafeterias, and pre-packaged meals. On the surface, tilapia seems perfect, mild flavor, low cost, and widely available. But most tilapia isn't caught in the wild. It's raised in crowded, low-regulation fish farms, often overseas, where antibiotics are used liberally, and industrial pollutants like dioxins and PCBs accumulate in the flesh. Dioxins are especially alarming for older adults as they've been linked to cancer, immune system disruption, and liver damage, risks you don't need when your organs are already under stress. But there's another stealthy threat: tilapia's fatty acid profile. Unlike the inflammation-fighting omega-3s in good fish, farm tilapia is loaded with omega-6 fats. When omega-6 dominates your diet, it fans the flames of chronic inflammation, the very root of arthritis, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's. Shockingly, research shows that farm tilapia can contain more inflammatory fats than a hamburger or even bacon. So next time you spot tilapia on the menu, think twice before you dig in. That healthy, white fillet could be quietly accelerating age-related diseases you've been working so hard to avoid. Instead, choose one of the omega-3 powerhouses we covered earlier. Your body will thank you in the long run. Picture this. You order a plate of mackerel brimming with healthy oils, and hours later, you're feeling foggy, your hands tremble, or your mood dips. It could be mercury poisoning in disguise. Not all mackerel is the same. While Atlantic and Spanish mackerel can be good choices, king mackerel is a hidden danger, especially for those over 60. King mackerel regularly tests well above the FDA's safety limit for mercury. This heavy metal builds up in your body over time, and as we age, our liver and kidneys don't flush it out as efficiently. The result? Symptoms that eerily mimic normal aging: memory lapses, confusion, tremors, even sudden bouts of depression or anxiety. A senior might chalk these signs up to just getting older, never realizing it's a toxic buildup from a seemingly healthy dinner. What makes king mackerel even sneakier is how it shows up on menus and at fish markets, often just labeled mackerel, with no hint of its mercury levels. Many restaurants grill or fry it, banking on its rich flavor and oily texture. And people mistakenly assume they're getting the same benefits as from salmon or sardines. But even a small portion of king mackerel, eaten regularly, can push mercury levels high enough to harm the nervous system. If you love mackerel's taste, don't eliminate it altogether. Just choose wisely. Always ask for Atlantic or Spanish mackerel, and buy from trustworthy suppliers who can guarantee low mercury levels. A little caution makes all the difference between a heart-healthy meal and a dangerous dose of toxins. Imagine firing up the grill and sinking your teeth into a thick, meaty slice of fish, only to learn it could be silently poisoning you. That's the hidden danger of swordfish, a popular pick for seniors who love its firm texture and bold flavor. But here's the unsettling truth. Swordfish ranks among the highest in mercury contamination in our oceans. As a large predator, it accumulates mercury throughout its long life, concentrating this toxin far above safe levels. Mercury isn't picky. It attacks your brain, kidneys, and heart, all organs that already face extra strain as we age. According to the Environmental Defense Fund, swordfish can carry up to 3 times the legal mercury limit. For younger folks, an occasional bite might not cause immediate alarm, but for seniors, even infrequent exposure can be dangerous. The harm builds up slowly, month after month, often disguised as just getting older. You might feel tremors, insomnia, poor balance, or muscle weakness, symptoms that mirror natural aging, but are in fact warning signs of mercury toxicity. What makes swordfish even sneakier is where it turns up. At fancy dinners, buffet spreads, and high-end restaurants. It's served with no warning, so one luxurious meal can deliver a heavy dose of mercury. And if you're taking medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, or if you've enjoyed a cocktail with dinner, your liver's ability to clear toxins is already stretched thin, making each swordfish bite even riskier. So, if you've recently tried swordfish and found yourself unusually foggy, fatigued, or unsteady, it may not be a coincidence. For seniors, this is one fish you're best off avoiding entirely. Imagine thinking you're making a heart-healthy choice by grabbing a discounted fillet, only to discover it's quietly undermining your well-being. That's the hidden danger of farmed Atlantic salmon, the #1 fish seniors should steer clear of. At first glance, it looks just like its wild cousin, but behind that pink flesh lies a host of risks. Farmed salmon are raised in crowded pens where parasites and disease spread fast. To keep these fish alive, farmers load them with antibiotics and sometimes pesticides to control sea lice. Those chemicals don't vanish. They lodge in the salmon's fat and end up on your plate. Even worse, farmed salmon naturally contains far more omega-6 fats and fewer beneficial omega-3s than wild salmon, tipping your body toward inflammation instead of fighting it. Researchers have found that regular consumption of farmed salmon leads to higher levels of persistent organic pollutants, chemicals linked to type 2 diabetes, weight gain, and certain cancers. That's a serious issue for seniors who may already struggle with metabolism or blood sugar control. To make matters worse, many farmed salmon are fed synthetic astaxanthin to give their flesh that familiar rosy hue. Unlike the natural pigment found in wild salmon, this artificial dye hasn't been studied long-term in humans. And if you thought it couldn't get stranger, some farmed stocks are genetically modified to grow faster, introducing yet more unknown health questions. The salmon industry often values quantity over quality, and that cheap price tag can be a trap. Seniors who believe they're doing something good for their hearts may actually be filling their bodies with toxins and inflammatory compounds. So next time you spot Atlantic salmon on the shelf, check the label closely. If it doesn't say wild caught, it's almost certainly farmed and best left behind. Your choice at the seafood counter can be the difference between vibrant, energetic aging and a gradual, silent decline. Now that you know the risks, shop with confidence and protect your health. Have you ever been surprised by the fish you've eaten? Which dangerous variety shocked you the most? And what's your favorite healthy fish to cook at home? How do you prepare it? Share your thoughts and recipes in the comments below. We can't wait to hear from you.